Mu'mineen, we are continuing Surah Marium. The verse I recited is verse number 76. Have you seen him who disbelieves in our revelation and says, I shall surely be given wealth and children? This is about the non-believers at the time of Prophet who never believed in prophethood and did not believe in verses of Allah. And they were polytheists and they were rich, and they used to think that their denying verses of Allah is good for them and they will get more money and wealth and children down the line because of this behavior. So they had a false behavior, false thinking, which was leading them to even disbelieve more, and they were very confident that this disbelief has helped them. They are not believing Allah has helped them, and they want to, they say that they'll get more from onwards because they disbelieved Allah's verses. That's how it is in the world nowadays. People don't want to deal with religion. They think that it's going to put them backwards, and they just become totally material, false thinking. आगा जान फिर से पढ़ना पड़ेगा क्योंकि मैंने पहली बार छोड़ दी.
जो अल्लाह बचा कर रहा है, अल्लाह जो बचा कर रहा है.
जी हाँ.
अब यूँ वो ना करें. खुतबा तो मैंने कैच कर लिया क्या मैंने.
अच्छा कर लिया.
रिवर्स पढ़ना है और शुरू कर.
तो खुतबा कर गया.
कभी तो पहले वो है वो खुद आ जाएगा. अब शुरू कर.
वयज़ीदुल्लाहु अल्लज़ीना इह्तदौ हुदा वल बाक़ियातु स्सालिहातु ख़ैरुन इंद रब्बिका सवाबन व ख़ैरुन मरद्दा. And Allah increases in guidance those who are guided aright, and the everlasting good deeds are better with your Lord in reward and better in return. See, this is very clear that who are guided, Allah guides them more. And what is best for us is our good deeds. We'll see that if we are guided, Allah gives more blessings and guide us more. You see in the mosque, young men who are following religion, you see in 5 to 10 years they become even more pious, Same thing with Maulanas who are on a lower level. They go to Hoza, they study more and they start writing books after books. And they have more and more taqwa, So Allah, this is Allah's system, If you do good, Allah helps us more. And what stays with us is our good deeds, Allah says, Like what goes with us when we die, our money is only good for kafan, right? And our children are good to just take us to the grave. What is there for us is our deeds. In our grave, in the barzakh, on the judgment day, the deeds are there. That's what Allah is talking about, that what stays good is your deeds. أَفَرَأَيْتَ الَّذِينَ كَفْرُوا بِآيَاتِنَا وَقَالَ لَا أُوتِيَنَّ مَالًا وَوَلَدًا. Have you seen him who disbelieves in our revelation and says, I shall surely be given wealth and children? Those were the people in the time of Prophet. They didn't believe in the prophethood, and they did not believe in verses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they were rich, they had money and they had children. And that thing really betrayed them. This money betrayed them, and they thought that this what they are doing is right for them, that they don't believe in Allah's verses, and they are rich, now they'll get even more, they thought. So they were in a false ideology, since they had money, that they'll get even more and everything's good for them. And they had in the side their own so-called gods who thought that they were going to help them. So Allah says, أَطَّلَعَ عَلَى غَيْبَ أَمِ اتَّخَذَ عند الرحمن عهدا. اطلع الغيب أم اتخذ عند الرحمن عهدا. Has he guarded the unseen, or he has taken from the beneficence a promise? Allah says that has he been informed of unseen, or he has taken a promise from beneficence Rahman, from Allah, that he is going to get more and more. Because now he is in false ideology that he disbelieves in Allah's verses. Now he is going to get more down the line. Allah says that he has seen unseen about it, or he has taken any promise from Rahman, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that he is going to get more. Allah says, Kalla sanaktubu ma yaqulu wa namuddu lahu min al-adabi madda. No, we will write down what he says, and we will prolong for him the chastisement. Allah says never he is going to get this kind of money, and we are writing down what he is saying, and we are going to increase his punishment. Now Meezan says beautifully that how Allah writes down. The way Allah writes down is this, that he has a false ideology that if I don't believe Allah, I don't believe in Allah's verses, I'm going to get more. So this disease in heart takes the shape, and it sinks in his heart, this disease so much. This is the writing down of Allah, that his false thinking gets deep into his heart, and Allah is going to punish him more, because he is going to go on that way more and more. See, Allah in beginning says that if you are pious, Allah guides you more, but if you are defiant, Allah increases your punishment more and misguides you more. Who ma yaqulu wa yattina farda, and we will inherit what he talks of, and he shall come unto us all alone. Allah says that what he is saying will be the inherit. We will inherit what he is saying. What he said that I'm going to get it more. Right? He said that, right? He sinned. So Allah says, I'm inheriting what he is saying. That means his sin has been there. We have recorded his sin, that Allah has inherited what he said, and Allah says he'll come to us alone. So he sinned, Allah says, and he's going to come to me alone. We should be fearing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala what we say. We got to be very careful what kind of things we are saying from our tongue. We should not say anything which can be recorded and be counted against us, brothers and sisters. This tongue, it takes most of the guna kabira are done, these major sins are done from our tongue. We should be careful what we say, because it gets recorded. Further Allah says, وَاتَّخَذُوا مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ آلَةً لِيَكُونُوا لَهُمْ عِزًّا, and they have taken gods beside Allah that they might be for them a glory. See what they did, people used to take some different gods with Allah. All these polytheists, they believe in one God, but then they associated some other God with one God. They said that some angels are God, who has the real God, and the Jinnah they took God, some prophets, holy men they took God. So there are more gods to have them to get worldly things, and maybe go to have more connection with the God. That's how they thought about it. And their thinking really destroyed them, because Allah doesn't accept any God but himself. But they thought that taking these gods is going to help them and going to give them more glory and respect in this world. If you go to India, they are God of wealth, they are God of education. They think that if they worship this God of wealth, they'll be rich people, There are those kind of things, attitude you will see people. Allah says, سَنَكْفُرُونَ بِعِبَادَتِهِمْ وَيَكُونُونَ عَلَيْهِمْ ضِدًّا. No, soon they shall deny their worship and become adversaries against them. And the judgment day, what will happen? These gods, would they worship, they will become adversary against them. And they will deny that they had any kind of connection with them, and they will go against them. They'll go against them, because everybody on the judgment will be afraid of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And everybody wants to be close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everybody will say monotheism on that day. Everybody will be monotheist on that day. So nobody wants to deal with any kind of polytheism on judgment day. So nobody will deal with you if you associate that you are my God. They will become adversary. They'll say, we have nothing to do with you, but they'll go against them, because everybody will be afraid of themselves on the judgment day. Nobody will be for anybody else, because everybody will be fearful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Salam says about this verse, the day of resurrection, that is those were taken as a God instead of God, will be their adversary on the day of resurrection. More so, they will dissociate themselves from them and from their worship till the day of resurrection. They say, we have nothing to do with you. Period. Alam tara anna arsalna li shayatina alal kafirina ta'uzzuhum azza. Have you not seen? We send the Satans unto the disbelievers to incite them with an incitement. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tests the kuffar by sending more shaitan on them, so that they incite them more. Just like for the muttaqeen, for the pious, Allah gives them more guidance. Same way, who are kuffar, who are disbeliever, who are arrogant, Allah send more shaitan to them to excite them more, to become more defiant, And those jinnat especially, they worship jinnat, and these jinnat, they even go against them. And they also incite them more, become their more enemy. فَلَا تَعْجَلْ عَلَيْهِمْ إِنَّمَا أُدُّ لَهُمْ عَدًّا. So make no haste against them, for we but count out to them a number. Allah says to Prophet that don't be haste against them. We are just we are counting out their number. Means Allah is counting their life. So Imam Ali says, a person's breaths are his steps to his appointed time. Everything counted is diminishing, and everything expected is inevitable. Means, what Allah is counting our breath. Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam says about this verse is everything, even breaths. Allah counts our breaths. Brothers, our breaths are counted. And every day when we breathe, we are going towards grave. So when Allah says that we are counting them, He's counting our breaths. Our breaths are documented with Allah. When we finish it, we go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are so blessed that we are breathing. We should thank Allah that we are breathing. So we should pray to Allah that He gives us a long life so we can do good deeds, Because as long as we are living, where good deeds are being recorded, our life is finished, there is no deeds left. So we should thank Allah. So there are some people who say, oh Allah, why am I still living? Why don't you take me away? Those are fools, Pray to Allah to give you long life so that we can have more good deeds, because once your good deeds are there in hand, there will be always the same good deeds. When you go to grave, nothing can be added in that good deed. So we should always pray to Allah, give me long life. وَنَحْشُرُ الْمُتَّقِينَ إِلَى الرَّحْمَنِ وَفْدًا. On the day we muster the pious unto beneficent of honor. وَنَسُوقُ الْمُجْرِمِينَ إِلَى جَهَنَّمَ وِرْدًا. And we shall drive the sinners unto hell thirsty. So Allah says, so beautiful about pious people, and Allah talked about the people of fire. So Allah says, on the day we muster the pious unto the beneficent of honor. Subhanallah. He says, I'll gather pious with honor to the beneficent. Muttaqeen will go to beneficent, Rahman. And where is Rahman's throne is near paradise. So all pious will go to paradise, inshallah, and be with Rahman. And Allah says about, and we shall drive sinners unto hell thirsty. The judgment day will be hard, everybody will be thirsty anyway. And these sinners will be more thirsty, and when they go to hell, they won't get water, they will get fire more. Ya Allah, Allah save us from fire. Allah save us from Jahannam, these are the last days of Ramadan. Allah forgive us and save us from hellfire and count us among muttaqeen. So Prophet says about the wafda, O Ali, al-wafd is surely said about those who ride on a mount. These are they who are in fear of Allah Almighty and Glorious. He loved them and specialized them for Himself, and He was pleased with their deeds and named them the pious. May Allah make us those pious. That these pious will go on mount, and they will go to heaven with this mount. Prophet ﷺ says, by God, they will not be gathered on the foot or taken a taking of captive. On the contrary, they will be brought on the camels from heaven, the likes of which no creature has ever seen. Their saddles will be made up of gold, and their reins of crystallite. They will sit on them until they knock on heaven's door. Subhanallah. The muttaqeen, when they come out of the grave, they will not walk. The camels will come from heaven, so unique camels, there's so much with ornaments, and they will take them to the paradise. They'll knock to the door of the paradise. Subhanallah. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give us those kind of mount, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should always, when you hear those positive verses, those hopeful verses, we should just be part of it. That Allah give us. Allah is Wahhab, Al-Wahhab. He'll give us, inshallah. So when this verse was revealed, Prophet said, "Oh Ali, they are your sincere followers and you are their imams." Who are those who will be going? Shia and Ali will be there, who will be going on the mount, inshallah. They will go to them, inshallah, like this, because Prophet said, "Oh Ali, those are your sincere followers." The Prophet says about paradise, "Verily in heaven no eyes has seen, no ear has heard, and no heart has received." That's paradise, mashallah. No eyes has seen what we'll see, inshallah, in paradise. No ear has heard what we'll hear in paradise. And no heart has received what is there for us. About the paradise, Prophet ﷺ says to Imam Ali, "You are the first person who enters paradise." He says to Imam Ali, "O Messenger of Allah, do I enter even before you?" "Yes, for you are my standard in the hereafter, the same as you were my standard in the world, and the standard is always placed before." Subhanallah. Imam Ali will be the first one to enter paradise. And inshallah, we'll be Shia Nahdar kar raha. We'll go inshallah on those mountains, inshallah. We should always be hopeful from Allah's rahmah. Imam Ali says, "There is no price for yourself save paradise. Then do not sell yourself but for it." Don't sell us. We should sell cheaper than paradise for ourselves. And there are, and Prophet says, "Never will enter paradise but the one who is Muslim." Only a Muslim will enter paradise, not non-Muslims. Muslim is the one who is obedient to Allah. That's Muslim. That's the definition of Muslim. Allah make us Muslim. And now there are some narrations about hellfire. Imam Ali says, "Avoid the fire whose heat is terrible, whose depth is far, whose ornament is iron." Ya Allah. Ya Allah, just imagine. Imam Ali again says, "Avoid the fire whose roar is forthcoming, whose flame is terrible, whose chastisement is fresh." Then Masoom says, "By one in whose hand is my life, the people of hell will be so praised in the fire as a nail is praised in the wall." Ya Allah. That's how the people of hell will be in the fire. Ya Allah, Allah save us from fire. Now there is a last hadith from the Prophet ﷺ. Paradise is enclosed by pains and difficulties, and hell is enclosed by lusts. When I read this verse, I remember Bani Umayyah and Bani Abbas and Ahl Bayt Tahirin. The lust what Bani Umayyah had and Bani Abbas had, everybody knows. Their palaces, their glory, they're drinking wine. They're having 2,000 and 4,000 maids singing, dancing and music. Those Bani Abbas were famous for that. When Ahl Bayt Athar went to palace of Yazid, he was sitting on the throne with all those lusts and desires, and he was drinking. There's the kind of lust he had. And those are the one who will go to the hellfire, and the deep hellfire. And the pains and the difficulties of Ahl Bayt, we see from the beginning of Prophet ﷺ says for himself that no prophet had difficulty in pain as I had difficulty. Imam Ali's life was full of pain and difficulty, till the point when he was in Kufa and he was tortured by people. They never used to listen to him. He asked for his death. Imam Hassan was tortured by his followers, and then finally he was poisoned to death. He struggled for 3 days. Imam Hussain alayhi salam difficulty, we cannot even describe those difficulties. The difficulties he had in Karbala with being thirsty and hungry with his children for 3 days, and finally being slaughtered, being thirsty. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.